So tonight we are having Easter at Wesley, even though Easter was on Sunday. So we are having an Easter egg hunt. We're gonna color some eggs, and we're obviously having dinner. We got hamburgers and hot dogs and various potato items upstairs. So lots of food. All right, we are having our envelope fundraiser that's going on right now. We launched that on Palm Sunday. Each envelope is a multiple of $5, so $5, $10, $15, so on and so forth. Math is fun. So all of those are on the website. If you would like to find an envelope and donate, that would really help us out, help our ministry keep going. Our DC mission trip is coming up in May. That is May 7th through the 11th. We're going to be volunteering at a nonprofit and doing various sightseeing, exploring around the city. So if you want to know more information about that, you can come see me or Caleb. If you want to be a part of the leadership team next year, that application is on the website. So if you want to be a part of the 2023-2024 leadership team and be a leader at Wesley and help things chug along here, that application is on the website. And on April 25th at 7 p.m., we are having our Murder Mystery Prom Night. So no soul groups, no service. Just show up at 7 in your best dressed attire and help solve a murder mystery. So that is all I have. Are there any announcements from the floor this evening? Going once, going twice. All right.
Yeah. Will y'all pray with me? Dear Lord, we just thank you for tonight. We thank you for a great Easter weekend, for your Son, his death and resurrection, Lord. Help us to go into this new season not taking lightly the sacrifice that you made for us. We love you, and we just pray for a great night of worship and community.
Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. We live for you. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. We live for you.
past year at least, I have read my Bible less and less. I honestly couldn't tell you the last time that I have spent 2 consecutive days reading my Bible. I couldn't tell you that I've prayed more than a handful of times in a week, and that's being a little generous. I can't recall the last time I spoke to a stranger about Jesus. From the perspective of which I grew up, what I just told you would be seen as an emergency, spiritual warfare, or a heart problem. Obviously, I have done something wrong, and my relationship with God needs to be examined. And honestly, guys, I have heard too many sermons recently, not from the Wesley, that have sent me into an actual existential crisis. So, I just want to bring you guys a simple and encouraging message to talk about God's goodness. With that being said, here is what the Bible says about how our God pursues us. This is Psalm 139, 7 through 12. Where shall I go from your spirit? Or where shall I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the outermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall overcome me, and the light about me by night, even the darkness is not dark to you, and the night is as bright as day, for darkness is as light with you. The relationship I had with God for so long was one that was built on guilt, shame, and fear, and not the kind of biblical fear that we usually talk about. I have struggled so much with my mental health over the past year, especially in the past 6 months or so. Beyond what we've been told in the past, praying the anxiety and the depression away doesn't work out for everyone all the time. This mentality leads to a dead-end kind of faith, where when things get hard, we don't have the coping skills to deal with it. The only coping skills that we have, unfortunately, is to shove it down and to just forget about it. And it leaves us more lost and alone than we started in the first place. Terrible mental health paired with that kind of ideology that we were all kind of raised up in brings us to a lot of low places, and it's a great way to have a mental breakdown. But as you can see through the scriptures, even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is as bright as day, for darkness is as light with you. So one of the 3 main points that I wanted to talk about was, even in all of your darkness and all of your struggle, there is truly no place that you can go that is too far from God's loving kindness. I think that Peter is a great example of an imperfect person loving Jesus. He was so passionate about Jesus, and yet he still lost faith in the storm. And he still denied Jesus 3 times, even though he vowed not to. Friends, if you're struggling recently, feeling like you haven't been right with God, or whatever that's supposed to mean, I want to encourage you. You are not forsaken. God is not angry with you. As Jesus proved time and time again, he'll pursue us relentlessly, tirelessly, day and night. Your soul is being pursued by a God who says you are enough. Matthew 18, 10 through 24. See that you not despise one of these little ones, for I told you in heaven that their angels always see the face of my Father who is in heaven. What do you think? If a man had 100 sheep and one of them had gone astray, does he not leave the 99 on the mountains and go and search for the one that went astray? And if he finds it, truly I say to you, he rejoices over it more than ever over the 99 than the one who went astray. So it is not the will of my Father who is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish. Even though we were taught maybe sometimes that we are left to figure things out, or that God helps those who help themselves. That's just not in God's nature. It never was. And renewal of your faith can happen no matter where you are in your walk. Matthew 28, 1 through 10. Now that after the Sabbath, toward the dawn of the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to see the tomb. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothing white as snow. And for fear of him, the guards trembled and became like dead men. But the angel said to the woman, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen. As he said, come see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead. Behold, he is going before you to Galilee. There you will see him. See, I have told you." So they departed quickly from the tomb with fear and great joy, and ran to tell his disciples. And behold, Jesus met him and said, "Greetings." And they came to him and took hold of his feet and worshipped him. Then Jesus told him, "Do not be afraid, and tell my brothers to go to Galilee, and there you will see me." He still came back for all of us. He came back for Peter, who denied him. He came back for Judas, who betrayed him. He came back for everyone. Jesus' death and resurrection paints a picture of what our salvation looks like. Our old self dies, and we are given a new song to sing, one of joy and everlasting life. The way I see it, based on the scriptures, this type of renewal isn't something that can only happen once when you initially take him into your heart and accept him. No matter where we are in our relationship with God, he is constantly calling us closer to him. Along the way, we are bound to fail, but God is even more bound to resurrect us time and time again. I hope that tonight, as we take communion, that we can all be a little kinder to ourselves and remember that Christ never left us, and he isn't waiting for you to punish you. He isn't waiting to be disappointed in you, and maybe the way that you feel disappointed in yourself. He's waiting to shower you in his love and his kindness. And that, friends, was the shortest sermon you've ever heard on Wesley Grounds.